Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we're jumping into the world of Alex Warren. He's a creator who took this really unexpected path.
Yeah, from like internet prankster stuff.
All the way to the top of the music charts. Quite a shift.
Definitely. And we've pulled together a range of sources for this one, articles on his journey, reports about his music success, some biographical bits.
And interestingly, a real deep dive into his hit song, Ordinary. We looked at the lyrics, sure, but also how he actually says things.
Which ties into our mission today.
Right. We want to unpack Alex Warren's, wild ride, focusing on how leaning into his real story, that authenticity.
How that really drove this huge change and built this incredibly deep connection with his fans.
And we're adding a layer you might not expect.
Yeah, using his lyrics and even just how he talks to pull out some cool, pretty accessible insights into spoken English.
It'd be genuinely helpful, for anyone learning the language, just hearing how it's used naturally.
Exactly. It's a story of transformation. But wrapped inside it are these little practical lessons about how English really sounds.
Yeah, okay, so let's get into it. Alex Warren, his start wasn't exactly easy. The sources mentioned some really tough things early on.
Yeah, losing his dad, experiencing homelessness as a teen. He's been super open about how those things shaped him.
He started making videos way back and eventually landed in the original Hype House crew. Feels like a different era now, doesn't it?
Oh, totally. Hype House was like the definition of early TikTok viral stuff. Fast, often chaotic.
And Alex was right there doing pranks, even that fake wedding with Coover, his now wife, just for clicks.
Right. And he's talked pretty candidly about feeling that pressure, always needing to escalate things.
Said he felt like he was losing himself. Actually said, I hated who I was becoming.
Wow. That self-awareness point seems huge. It led him to step back from that whole intense Hype House scene and make a pivot.
Music wasn't totally new, though. It was always kind of there for him, a way to process things.
He wrote his first really serious song, One More I Love You, when he was just 13, right after his dad died. Held on to it for years.
Releasing that independently in 2021, that was the real turning point, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It was raw, vulnerable, completely different from the pranks, and it just exploded tens of millions of streams.
It showed him, and I guess everyone else, that his audience connected way more deeply with his real emotions, not just the online persona.
Which led to the Atlantic deal and more music, blending that pop sound with like heartfelt rock vibes.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, thinking about connection and those language insights too. His biggest hit by far is Ordinary.
And the amazing thing is he wrote this global smash as a super personal gift for his actual wedding to Coover.
Wild. A private moment turned into this universal anthem.
Blew up on TikTok, of course, but then got this massive kind of unexpected boost when he performed it live on the Love is Blind reunion.
First time that show ever had live music.
Yeah, it just showed how a truly relatable message can find its audience anywhere,
And it's that relatability in the lyrics. Lines like, out of the ordinary.
Right out of the ordinary. Okay, pronunciation point number 1.
Let's do it.
If you listen to how people like Alex say common phrases fast, sounds change. Like it often smooths together. Sounds more like outa.
Maybe outa.
Exactly, out of the ordinary. It's not lazy speaking, it's just how words naturally connect and flow in quick speech. You hear it everywhere.
Okay, cool. Or another line, laying me down till we're dead and buried.
Perfect example. Notice he says layin', not laying.
Dropping the G?
Yeah, dropping that final G sound on ing words is super common in spoken and sung English. Just helps the words roll together easier.
Like till for until, too.
Same idea. These little shortcuts are typical, part of the natural rhythm.
Okay, one more. Breathe and take my breath away.
Classic pair to listen for. The word breathe, the verb like taking air in, it has that sound where your voice is on, you feel a vibration. Try it. Breathe.
Breathe. Yeah, I feel it.
Now breath. The noun, the air itself, have a the sound with just air, no voice. Try. Breath.
Breath. Okay, yeah, different.
Same letters almost, but totally different the sounds. Noticing those small phonetic differences really helps with listening comprehension. You hear it in lots of related words.
It's fascinating how his raw, authentic way of expressing himself, whether he's talking or singing, gives us this window.
Not just into his story, but yeah, into how English actually sounds when spoken naturally.
He talks about how sharing his pain turned his fans into something more, calling them almost like a grief group.
That phrase really hits hard, captures that depth, right? It wasn't about superficial likes anymore.
It became about shared human experience.
Totally. He sees his songs as helping people, almost a healing weapon, he said. That bond is built on just radical honesty.
So wrapping things up a bit, Alex Warren's journey really shows how moving from that surface level content
Yeah, to genuine vulnerability.
can unlock this deeper kind of connection and, well, success.
And his song, Ordinary, it didn't just follow the usual music industry playbook. It found its way into people's lives through unexpected routes.
Like reality TV and book talk,
Wow.
proving the power of a relatable story told authentically.
And woven into that authentic voice are these, surprisingly practical lessons. You can actually sharpen your ear for spoken English just by paying attention to how someone like Alex naturally uses the language.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Consider this. How might vulnerability, sharing the true story of your own journey,
How might that create the deepest connections in your life?
yeah, and what ordinary parts of your story might actually be extraordinary to someone else?
And what unexpected things, maybe even practical skills like understanding language better, might you learn or maybe teach just by being yourself along the way?